I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, people? How you doing? It is a great day. I'm so excited to be back. I am so excited to be back. And I have an amazing author on the show today. And you guys know I love authors. You know I love authors. I love all my authors. And this one particularly because she has a true story, her journey on the rocky road. We're going to be talking about that today. Thank you so much, Sylvia Stock, for being with us.
No, it's a joy to be with you across the pond.
You're across the pond. Where across the pond are you?
I'm near London.
I love London. Even though it rains a lot, I still love London.
You've got to enjoy rain if you want to be over here and in London.
So tell us about yourself.
Right, I have a Christian upbringing. And also, I've had a very successful nursing career in all sorts of arenas. I was blessed to train in the London hospital, the Hammersmith Hospital, which was internationally famous. You could get a job anywhere if you said you trained at the Hammersmith. And then also, at one point in my career, I ended up running a care home. Why I did that in hindsight, I mean, it was great fun, but very stressful. Little did I know, along with that, and then I became an accredited master coach at some point. Met my lovely Brian later in life. He'd had a pretty awful first marriage. I'd nearly got married twice, and then thankfully I didn't. I met the lovely Brian, and little did I know my background was going to come into play when he developed young onset Alzheimer's. And it was weird because, you know, you think because you've got professional experience, you're geared up for it. But I was not. I was the other side of the fence, and that's a bit different, I can tell you.
Wow.
And I always believe, and I believe you should do with any challenge in life, you've got two questions. You can ask why has this happened, blah, blah, and become a victim, or you can ask how do I get through this, and maybe some good comes out of it. And I chose the latter. And we both had a strong faith and believed in healing. And I said to Brian, you know, sometimes I even believe in miracles, but maybe the miracle is how we do this journey and then can help others. So the rocky road of neurons came about because I just had a feeling that I needed to write my story as we went along and beyond, with some little tips interspersed to help people. And the title came about because he was in the kitchen trying to make a cup of coffee. And I won't tell you how he was describing it. It's probably best not on air. Then he said, why can't I ... and all that? And I said, oh, darling, don't worry. It's those naughty neurons of yours. See, nursing background, neurons in the brain. And we ended up laughing, and we used to laugh a lot until things went a bit more downhill. So that's how the title of the book came. But the first bit, The Rocky Road, links him with Daddy, because he was brought up in Dublin, in Ireland. And he was always talking about the rocky road to Dublin. So I teamed the Rocky Road with Naughty Neurons and then created the Rocky Road series. That's how it came about. And it is a rocky road when you're dealing with particularly dementias and Alzheimer's.
Right. And he got it young, huh?
Sorry?
He had it young?
Yeah, he was, when he first showed signs, he was in his early 50s, because he was very successful salesman. But suddenly he got made redundant with two companies fairly frequently, which was unheard of. And looking back, I think he had issues, and they felt the kindest thing to do was make him redundant.
Mm.
But, people are getting diagnosed younger. It's tragic, really. I mean, I heard of somebody in their 30s,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it does happen, and it happens a little bit. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm not in the medical field, but I can just assume that there's just maybe some toxins in the air or food or something to that effect. I don't know.
There's lots of theories, and we do know that, like, protein plaques are laid down in the brain and affect the brain function.
Hmm.
But and there's been theories about aluminium, the
Mm.
toxicity of aluminium. And Brian used to say, I blame this on my mother's aluminium pans.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, bless him. So he
Yeah.
had his reason.
Wow.
So the
Go ahead.
book
Uh-huh.
is really the early stages of the journey, particularly around the time when they've got issues, but they still think they can do things, and how sensitively you have to handle it.
Uh,
And I learned a lot through that stage. And I just felt for me, it's been a calling, really, to help others through my story.
mm-hmm.
Because
Wow.
I bought a couple of books that were people's stories. And the way they were written and the font size of the type, after 5 pages, I thought, I can't read any more of this. It means nothing. So I
Yeah.
decided I'd write
Yeah.
differently.
Definitely, definitely. What was it like? I mean, to actually be able to write this down. I mean, did you think that you were going to be writing it down, or was it just something that you said, "Hey, I just got to do this"?
I felt I had to do it. And any writing that I've done, because I've now got 4 in the Rocky Road series and
Hmm.
another little book about inner peace coming out, it's like I sit down and it just flows through me. It's very different to anybody who's done a writer's course. I've never been on a writer's course in my life. And yet when I took this, the Rocky Road of Naughty Neurons, the very first publisher, oh, she said, my mother had Alzheimer's. She said, I'm very interested. She said, and I love your style of writing. And I thought,
Okay,
just flows through. Okay.
that's good though. It's very good. Wow, wow. And so you have the series. Why the series? I mean, the first one was the beginning stages, and then you kind of kept going.
Yeah. The Rocky Road of Naughty Neurons is the early stages until he just goes into the care home. Then there's the Rocky Road of 24/7 care, which is our journey through the care home care, which was amazing. And then the Rocky Road to Peace and Purpose, which is how I dealt with the late stages, his passing, and then the early grieving phase.
Hmm.
And interesting. And for somebody who does believe in a God, has a strong faith, it's quite interesting because you still got to live the earthly journey and do the grieving.
Yeah. How was
So
that for you?
you see, it's grief is a very interesting thing. And my feeling is that we've tried to put grieving and the grief journey into, like, oh, you go this journey, like a linear journey. No, you don't. It's quite different. So that's why I did the Rocky Road to Peace and Purpose. And then last year, which would be coming up 3 years since Brian passed, I thought, this grief journey is very interesting. So I then wrote, when it came out just before Christmas last year, the Rocky Road to Peace of Mind. And my final statement in the book is, so I've decided that true peace of mind comes when you accept that some days you won't have peace of mind.
Mm.
And I think that's a good thought for life generally, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Oh yeah.
Because
Wow.
sometimes days don't go as you think they should, do they?
No, they don't. Wow.
So there's the Rocky Road series, and then I have just had published, I'm awaiting the author's copy, a little book about inner peace and the 5 steps to creating inner peace. Because
Nice.
we can, even in the most darkest times, we can have moments of inner peace.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Wow. Wow. Well, my condolences to you. And I know the memory of Brian makes you laugh sometimes, huh?
Oh, yes. He had a barn dance band over here for 31 years.
Oh,
And
wow.
I live in Surrey, which is considered to be a bit of an upmarket county. So his barn dance band was called Stockbroker's Belt.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
And
wow.
I know. And when we did his live celebration,
Mhm.
a few of his band members who were still around came and played for us after the interment of his ashes. And we had a bar dance in celebration of him. And when everybody was messing up, I thought, I bet he's looking down up there thinking, I wish I could go back and sort that lot out.
He wanted to fix that up, didn't he? Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I
Um,
mean, you know what? Sometimes you just have to take what you can get and laugh and remember the good times, you know. Um, there's just so many different people that have passed away between COVID and all the different things that are going on these days. We've lost a lot of people. But at the same time, we've gained a lot of smiles.
we have. And you know, I was blessed that when Brian went home, as I call it, it was in September of 2019. So I was freed from the agony of not being able to visit or be with somebody when they drew their last breath in COVID. I used to really feel for folks in COVID
Yeah.
who had loved ones in the hospital, and particularly in the care home sector. And their loved one, even amongst their dementia or in the earlier stages, knowing that their family should be coming in and they're not appearing, and feeling that the families just dumped them. And so, yeah, that was a very challenging time. So I was blessed there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Wow. Well, where can people find your book?
My book is on Amazon under Bryden-Stock, the author. I have a website, dementiawhisperer.com, where the books are, and other emotional support tools, because that's my passion.
Mm.
Emotionally supporting people that are caring, because that is not really in existence through many of these professional organizations from my own experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, dementia-whisperer.com finds me, and everything I get up to help people deal with those terrible emotional, it's like riding an emotional roller coaster.
Mm. Wow. Wow.
And you have to
Well,
learn how to.
yeah. You gotta learn how to do that. That's not easy.
No,
Not easy. And I'm glad you're here to help. Definitely. So thank you so much, Sylvia, for being on the show. I appreciate it. We're going to have all of that information about the book in the description box below so that it'll be easy for you guys to go ahead and grab that for yourselves. You know, there's different stages and she has different books for each stage. And if that's something that you're going through or that you would love to gift to someone because they're going through that, definitely do that. Go ahead and check that link out in the description box below. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sylvia, again, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
no, it's been a pleasure.
And the pleasure's been mine. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And until next time, guys, bye. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time that I upload. And don't forget to dare to be different. Until next time, guys.
I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare to be